We have Jacyln Glenn. She has said something very popular. 1,000 likes, 45 dislikes, 46. She says Alex Preddy won't be the last. So she wants to ramp things up. Alex Preddy is just a martyr. He's just a sacrificial lamb. Sign of things to come. Jacyln has taken time off from breastfeeding with her fake tits, and she's on a crusade, and she has things to teach us. Please pay attention.
If you are a member of ICE, if you are a person that has decided to join ICE, take off the fucking mask. I mean, you didn't want to wear one during COVID when it would have kept everyone around you safe, but now that you're making everyone around you very unsafe, mask goes back on.
Okay, so we are pretending that you know about the opinions of ICE members and their mask-wearing policies during Corona. That's a lie and a stupid point. And it's just weird leftover angst and resentment that you have about some people not wanting to wear masks. And now we're talking about something totally different. Okay, we will let them take their masks off. And if you and your ilk and your wannabe mom crusading bitches, if you try to dox their families or show up at their houses or vandalize them or commit crimes against them, we will throw the book at you and chuck your ass in a dungeon. Is that what you want? You seem very cavalier with them and their lives. The fact that they're wearing masks is really for their own protection. It's not like these are unknown people. They are on the books. They're being paid. They are servants of the state. They're literally federal agents. So it's not a mystery. It's not a secret. And let me ask you, what do you intend to do with their identities, Jacyln? Cancel them? Not invite them to the cookout? What bullshit form of terrorism are you planning to perform on them to push your agenda to abolish ICE? That is my question to you. You will not answer it.
Turns out you can breathe after all. Take it off. Well, I mean, are you afraid to put your face to your own actions?
Yes, Jacyln, it's not just because they're randomly cowardly. It's because there are implications, because these people are being hunted down. Cops have been killed before for the same reasons. So cops have to deal with that threat, and this is why it's one of the hardest jobs in the world, and it's one of the reasons you don't do it.
Come on. Just do it. Just do it. Take it off.
Look at her. Like she's a tough person. Like she's gonna, what are you gonna do? Okay, his name's Jonathan Ross. Now what? Now what do you do? By the way, they're happy because his life is ruined. He will forever be vilified for, defending his life for being run over by a car.
Got the mask. Don't want to be a pussy. Own it. Just own it.
Wow.
Own it. And you know what? Even better yet, take the mask off and then put something permanent on your face. Like, I don't know, a tattoo. Something that when you're off duty, people can look at you and know who you are. I mean, if you're so proud of it, it shouldn't be a problem, right? Unless, of course.
Wait, what? Oh my God, is this her trying to make a point? Put a tattoo on your face so that people can judge who you are? What? Oh, no, it's about racism and it's about judging people based off skin color.
I mean, there is always the chance that having something about you that's physically identifiable could be risky. Something where like another person might look at you and be able to put you in a certain group of people. Something that might make you feel unsafe. Would hate to know what that feels like, wouldn't you?
Jacyln is processing her white guilt. Jacyln, no one is being pulled over because they're brown or black. There are people committing crimes. They're not allowed in our country. So this random display of empathy for like, it's so unfair that just because people that look exactly like you are committing crimes, that people sometimes suspect you for committing crimes because people that look exactly like you commit crimes. So she doesn't care about the crimes. She cares about your crime of knowing who's committing crimes. That's what she's concerned about.
I'm sure you guys get where I'm going with this, but it's still a bad analogy because you know what? People who were born into a certain ethnicity didn't get to make that choice.
Oh my God. No one cares that they're a certain ethnicity. We care that they're not here legally. Okay, that is the point. And Jacyln's like, I don't care about that point. I've selectively edited that point out. I don't care about illegal immigration. I don't care about the crimes illegal immigrants commit. By the way, all of them are committing the crime of being illegal immigrants. They're all committing that crime.
Just who they are. These motherfuckers are choosing to be a part of a piece of shit organization like ICE. These
like the U.S. federal government. That's the, okay.
These people deserve to be treated poorly based on their actions. And I hope one day all of them come to justice. But until
come to justice? Jacyln is declaring war against the federal government. Wow. We have an insurrectionist here.
Till then, here we sit as a community of people outraged about this, raising our voices and trying to make some kind of change.
Oh, I mean, you made a video and it has 1,000 likes. I mean, I think you're going to heaven for sure.
We've got to keep trying.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only one shaken about everything that's going on right now.
2 people have died. Jacyln, 2 people have been murdered since the start of this video. What are you talking about?
Alex Preddy is, the situation is heartbreaking. I mean, my last full YouTube video I made on here was about Renee Good. And
now I made another one because there's 2 people I care about who have died. And where's your video on anyone else? Anyone and everyone else. So Irina Zarutska, did you do a video on it? Yes or no? The answer is no. Here's the secondary question. What's your excuse for not doing a video on that woman's death? She's white and I'm white and I kind of want to deflect and pretend I'm just like super anti-racist. So I'm not going to make a video criticizing a black person under any fucking circumstance. Okay. What about the old Asian guy who got run over and killed by a black guy? And the black guy got let off for not even second-degree murder. Any thoughts? Did you make a video? No, you didn't. Why not? Same reasons. She is against white men. This is a woman whose grandfather dropped an N-bomb to her on video. And he's like, you know who Obama put in charge of the State Department? An N-word. And she looks at the camera like she's Jim from The Office and is like, harumph. Oh, grandpappy, you're so racist. She has a thing about her that she has to run and hide from this heritage. Like, it's the exact opposite of me. My middle name is in Zulu. My family is deeply entrenched in African culture and music and tradition and documenting it, recording it, creating an international library of African music that inspired, musicians from all around the world. They look to it for reference. It's the definitive guide for African music of South Africa and Eastern Africa, primarily. But like first time recordings that are like invaluable for the preservation of their cultures. This is the world I grew up in. My father has stories of the Zulus that worked on the farm with him that were like family to him. So you have to understand, that's my background, right? Why would I feel guilty about anything? Okay. My grandfather is beloved in Africa. Jacylyn's grandfather is a fucking racist. So I am not sitting here trying to backtrack and be like, oh, no, I'm so sorry, blacks. I'm so sorry, blacks. I don't give a shit. I didn't do apartheid. I didn't do slavery. I'm against murder. I'm morally coherent. So I call out whoever needs to be called out. Okay, so if a white guy does something, he gets some. If a black guy does something, he gets some. But hold on, let's make it realistic. Black guys do this shit 10 times more than white guys, so they deserve 10 times the criticism. Capiche? Do you understand? You don't follow the same logic, which is why you are more than happy to go to bat and create your little videos and light your scented candles and talk in front of your cat throw pillows about there were 2 people who were killed. They were lefties like me, and they were killed by masked white men. So this is scratching a deep internal itch of yours.
I went into depth about that. But Alex Preddy is yet another person that has fallen victim, and not going to be the last, by the way, to a tyrannical government run.
Tyrannical government? What the hell? Okay, so this is part of the fantasy. Let's just enjoy the fanfic of it. We'll explain. My favorite part of videos like this is when she has to recap the event. So that's always fun for me because, with the power of the pause button, I remember there's a movie about a remote control, Adam Sandler, and he paused David Hasselhoff and he farted in his face. I would love to do that right now, but instead I'll just use logic and reason and common sense to debunk this idiotic mother.
An organization like ICE. Now, I wanted to come on here on my YouTube channel because I feel a loyalty to this space.
Oh my God. Anyone who says the word space, I feel a loyalty to this space, she said.
Feel like this is where I started my journey of speaking out on things that matter to me. And right now,
this matters. You see that? She's doing important stuff.
My entire career has been built on speaking out on
Jacyln, you unbox sex toys and very cringily flirt with the idea of like, look at the size of this dildo. Anyway, use my coupon code and get your sex toys.
Popular topics, I have to continue using this space. But I will let you guys know I have been heavily prioritizing short form content.
Right, because it's easier and quicker and you don't have the time. So you're just posting up little shit for the gram.
And my Instagram, of all places, has been where that short form content has taken actual hold of people's attention.
It's popping off, dude, because all the Gen Z idiots, like, they love these talking points. So I found my audience. I'm audience captured 100%. And so now I'm going to do more of the shit that the audience wants because audience is king. I need to be glorified. I'm doing this for myself, is what she's saying.
If you guys want to support me, please go follow me on Instagram and leave some comments, because as you will see in this video, a lot of the comments that I'm seeing online are
too rational, too male, too sensical.
Special. And I think there is a certain momentum that people in MAGA, for example, may feel when they see fellow people being complete assholes in the comments. They feel empowered to do the same thing. And while
okay, so she spoke too much and she sort of revealed her hand, and that is she's against MAGA. So you happen to be talking to a guy who is not MAGA. I have a million criticisms for Trump. And so we will not be talking about this through the lens of there's two sides. One side supports this presidential candidate and everyone else are the good guys. Okay, we are talking about a thing. So Preddy, the incident with Preddy and his death, that is an actual thing that has actual facts pertaining to it. Who you voted for president is completely effing irrelevant. Okay? Can we just acknowledge that? You bring that up is insane and exposes your bias.
I do enjoy putting them on blast. I think we should start having our own snowball effect of positivity and supportive comments. And I don't know, just saying things like people shouldn't be drug out onto the street and murdered.
Okay, so hug box it up and pat each other on the back, and let's just drown them out so that we can feel better about our hug box. Like, that's what she's advocating for right there. She just did, by the way, a retelling of the story of Alex Preddy. And the retelling, it gets abbreviated for time's sake, but you know, she is crystal clear with the key points of the story. She just said Alex Preddy was drug out onto the street and murdered. Let's run that back one more time.
Supportive comments, and I don't know, just saying things like people shouldn't be drug out onto the street and murdered.
Okay, so you are looking at me, or you're looking off camera with your little, I don't know what kind of facial expression that is, but whatever. Your ghostly white skin and your Halloween makeup and your purple hair. You are a 40-year-old woman, but okay. He was drug out onto the street. He was in the street. He wasn't drug out into the street, so that's a lie. And he was not murdered. Now, so your cliff notes of that story is asinine and ridiculous. You left out the key point, which is he was committing a crime. So he wasn't just a guy on a street, which is what you're implying. He was committing a crime. He resisted arrest. A guy snatched his gun. He brought a defective gun to this event. He was armed. That ramped up the threat scale. His gun went off. You didn't mention that. You didn't mention that his gun shot first. It was accidental. And then you didn't mention that the officers who shot him thought that he had shot his gun. Okay, so that was their somewhat reasonable interpretation of the firing of that gun. They didn't fire it. Someone fired it. So the fact that a gun went off, I mean, this is like criticizing a horse. Here, I want you to try an experiment. Go stand next to a horse in Central Park, pull out a gun, and fire it. When the horse rears its hind legs and starts to run, then later, hours later, days later, I want you to tell me that story again, and I want you to describe it like this. I was in Central Park, then a horse started running. Now, if anyone else saw this event and heard you recap that event as I was in Central Park, a horse started running, they would point out to you the quite obvious thing that you left out, which makes you a colossal joke of a human being, which is that there was a gun that was fired, and that was pertinent, essentially pertinent, to why the horse ran. You just did that with the Preddy case, because you cannot grapple with what actually happened. Either you cannot comprehend it, or it just doesn't make you feel good. You've exposed the fact that your main goals are to shit on MAGA and to have a hug box. Right? So the facts of this case, you're acting like you're talking about the facts of the case. You're acting like you're talking about anything. You actually aren't. and this is just emotional talk, and it's emotional truths. And there, I was in Central Park, a horse started running, and that's my telling of the story.
For example, my short form content deserves a platform here.
Short form content. This is non-tent. You are filming yourself expressing stupid thoughts to stupid women. This is not content.
As well, so I'm going to play my most recent video on Alex.
God, you lazy motherfucker. You're just rehashing what you did on Instagram. Okay, show me.
And then I'll be back at the end of it to give more commentary. His name was Alex.
At least you used the Jewed up version of him. He was Alex. He was 37 years old. He was a nurse. These are important things. Not important, he brought a defective gun, resisted arrest, and that gun went off, spooking the officers. The officers thought that he had shot. They operated in what they thought was self-defense. Not important. What is important? Alex, 37, favorite house in Harry Potter? Hufflepuff. Fun fact.
He was 37 years old.
He had male pattern baldness.
He was an ICU nurse. And today he
on a very serious episode of Jacyln Glenn.
Was shot and killed.
Shot and killed in righteous self-defense? How about the word execute? How about assassinate?
By ICE. In the street. Murdered.
Murdered. Oh, there we go. The trial's over. The trial was over. I didn't realize the trial had happened. And Jacyln just sort of decided it's murder. First degree, Jack? Was this pre-planned?
He was murdered in front of people.
Does that make it worse?
Video footage is coming out right now, and it's all terribly bad. The first video I saw showed him getting violently pushed to the ground.
Okay, we're starting here. So we're not going to start with him interfering with what the ICE agents were doing. We're not going to start with any context that we know this guy was an antagonist and was there to provoke and to seek conflict. None of that got offered to us now. But once again, Jacyln, Goth Anna, is going to explain to us what happened. Through her motherly lens, of course. This is through the beautiful lens of empathy. 6
or 7 guys, and then beaten. If you look at the ICE agent or thug, rather.
Yeah, yes, he's being beaten. He's resisting arrest. You didn't mention he's resisting arrest. You didn't mention that part.
On the far left, you can see him pistol whipping him. Just beating him in the face.
Yeah, he's resisting arrest. He should be arrested. He's not allowed to do what he's doing. You're acting like you are pretending that he was allowed to do what he was doing. So they had determined that he is interfering. He was interfering, and he is going to be detained and arrested. You don't grant them the authority to do that because you're like, abolish them. Who are these men? Who are men anyway? I'm not going to listen to a man. So that's her attitude. So she's pretending like this guy is innocent as a dove and is just being beaten for no reason. And she has not mentioned that he's resisting arrest. So she doesn't grant authority for this arrest, and she doesn't mention the resisting of said arrest. Conveniently. Now, any normal person can look at this and maybe notice that she hasn't said that, and she's not acknowledging that this is a lawful arrest. By the way, there are people that you don't have to be this dumb. You could say, this was a lawful arrest, he was resisting arrest, and he didn't deserve to be shot. That could be your stance. Women like Jacyln, they don't have that nuance or the ability to do that, so they just go comically retarded with it, which is what she's doing.
Before they shoot him to death.
We didn't mention that his gun went off. Okay, so the horse started running in Central Park. It was Park Avenue. The horse just took off. I have no idea why. No idea why the horse took off. But you know what I'm against? And by the way, when the horse took off, he bumped into tourists. There was a guy operating a hot dog stand. The horse ran and brushed into the guy. He was bruised. He went to the ground. I'm against that. I'm against these tourists were freaked out, panicked. It was terrible. The horse actually took some damage. This horse running around crazily in Central Park is a major problem, and I am against it. Did you mention that you shot a gun right next to the horse? No. I'm here to say that hot dog dudes getting hit by runaway horses is bad. That's what I'm here to tell you. Okay. So she just galloped past the part of the story that mattered, which is that Pretty's gun went off.
The part where they will try to tell you that you didn't see what you just saw.
And that's projection. Jacyln, I just used the verb, galloped over the part that mattered in this story, which was that Pretty's gun went off, that he had a gun, that they said, he's got a gun. That would have been relevant to why he was shot. He was shot because they thought he had a gun and they thought he had just fired his gun. Critically important, Jacyln, critically important. And you just avoided all of it. Like an asshole.
This is the part.
Do you bleach your asshole? You bleach your hair. Do you bleach that dirty, brown, stained asshole of yours?
where they will say he was carrying a gun.
They will say he was carrying a gun. They will say that, huh? Jacyln, he was carrying a gun. Why are we even pretending there's any dispute over that? And now she's going to bat for the Second Amendment, which is legal in the state of Minnesota.
Which is
It's legal in every fucking state, Jacyln.
legal in the state
It's legal.
of Minnesota.
Okay, it's not legal to commit crimes, which you have not mentioned he was doing, interfering with federal agents. He was committing the crime. He was being lawfully arrested, and he resisted arrest. So you're not allowed to do that, Jacyln. You can't do it.
Police Chief Ryan O'Hara confirmed he was a legal citizen. He had his weapon legally registered, and at the time of him being killed, he did not.
Why are you saying gun where here? Like, she throws this up as if this proves he didn't have a gun. You're Jacyln, he had a gun. You're saying it's legal, but the critical part of his gun is the nature of that gun, how fucked up and defective it was, and the fact that it was pulled off from him and fired. That it fired by mistake. Why not address that? Like, do you have an argument if you address that? Apparently not. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Draw his weapon. Actually, there's another video of someone driving by him where you can clearly see that he is only holding his phone.
No one's disputing this. This is before the incident.
Also, in a video you're about to see, which I will warn you is very graphic.
Oh, thank you for the warning in our hug box.
You will see that his gun was taken from him.
You're very close to the relevant part here, Jacyln.
Before he was shot.
Yeah, we're right on the event horizon of being relevant. So what happened, Jacyln, after his gun was taken away that made the officer shoot him? It's like they go into this brain fog where they just time warp, like blip past this moment in time because it's inconvenient for them, because it explains everything. And it's like, holy shit, we've only gone over this footage a million times. Why not be honest with it? Like, do you understand? Do you realize my frustration? When I say that I care about what's true, and it happens over and over and over again. Like, I care about who did the Chino Hills massacre. It's not that I have something against Kevin Cooper. It's just that he did the Chino Hills massacre, and I'm actually against it. So in this case, I actually care about why this dude was shot. And in the retelling of the story, it's simply not good enough to avoid the one critical point. No one disputes, Jacyln, that the gun was taken. No one disputes that he was holding a phone. No one disputes that he reached for his gun. He didn't reach for his gun. We are all in agreement. The catastrophic blunder is you avoiding what is happening in the next 0.5 seconds. Now, she cannot defend it. It's unfucking-believable. And if you were to say this to her face, she would literally freeze. She would go into some sort of comatose state where it's just like, I don't know how to respond to what you just said. Jack, oh, there it is. Holy shit, she's going to address it. She has to address it now. Okay, Jacyln, address it. Now let's see if she goes from, I bet you she'll just ghost this. She'll just be like, okay, his gun went off and then he was shot, and not connect why he was shot.
So I'm reposting this video.
Oh, you're not going to talk about it?
Here. I'm reposting it.
Jacyln, you just showed his gun shooting, and you're not going to comment on it. That's the first shot of this encounter. It's a tragic blunder because he bought that shit gun. His shit gun went off, spooked everyone. And you're not going to mention a single part of that as being relevant to what happened to this dude. Is that not astonishing?
I think everyone who has it should save it, download it, repost it, because these are the things that I think are going to try to be hidden. You can see
hidden. You just hid from the. So now we're going back. You look, he's directing traffic, right? So no one's getting killed for directing traffic. Jacyln, his gun went off, and they thought he had just fired, and they had good reason to think he had just fired because a half a second before that they said he's got a gun. He's got a gun. He's resisting arrest. So his reluctance to be detained indicates he is fighting cops. So he is not obeying, he's fighting. So when they say he's armed, he's got a gun, then you hear his gun go off. It's logical to think he just fired his gun or a different gun. So, and also you can acknowledge that his gun went off and that these guys were spooked and that they were still wrong for shooting him. That could be your case. It's just not as good of a case. And so they have to lie and pretend, because these people lie and pretend every day of their lives. Why stop now? So watch, Jacyln's going back in time. Here we go.
Him directing traffic.
Okay, he's not supposed to direct traffic. This is not his role. He has no business being here. Okay.
He is trying to be helpful.
That's not being helpful in the slightest. This is not a Boy Scout walking a grandmother across the street. He is not being helpful at fucking all. He is confident. So why is she lying right now? Why is she lying? This guy is not here to help anybody, Jacyln. How do you not understand that?
He is filming ICE, but that is, again, legal.
It's not legal. So why do you bring up legality when you are ignoring the illegal shit he is doing? He is not allowed to sit in the middle of a road in direct traffic. He is not allowed to interfere with federal agents. He is not allowed to put his hands on an ICE agent. He is not allowed to resist arrest. So, Jacyln, if you cared about what is legal and what is not legal, why not mention the shit he's doing that is not legal? To be consistent, you know? Because otherwise, you're just bringing this up and it's just totally pointless and retarded. Like, just don't talk about legal shit if you're going to ignore all the illegal shit he's doing.
And then it shows federal agents instigating.
What? He is literally an instigator. He is there to instigate, Jacyln. You must understand that. You're going to, oh my God, she is going to project this dude's instigation and say it's the federal agents. They are trying to do a job. They are being prevented from doing that job by these instigators who are blowing horns. It's not their cameras that's the problem. It's the noise and it's their physical proximity. They're physically, literally coming up and interfering with these agents. So she has turned it around completely. She's dropped another big lie. The thing that your side is doing, you're going to blame and say the other side is doing. The accusation is an admission again.
Assaulting people.
But he's doing his job, trying to push this woman out of a place she is not supposed to be in. Okay, so this is where the force comes in. So all of the whining and bitching and haggery from people like Jacyln Glenn, they can have their little LARP and their hug boxes and all their little make-believe lands that they create in their minds. Eventually, you will come into contact with someone who has a job to do, and you are in violation of a law, and they will use force to make you not be breaking the law. So you need to now get out of here. Okay, that is totally understandable and justified.
Other person that they run up and shove, that should not be okay.
What? That should not be okay? Jacyln, that person is not supposed to be in the road. They're interfering with the officers. Okay, so it is okay. If I go into an airplane and I start yelling and screaming and saying, I have a gun, I have a bomb, there will be police officers or some sort of federal agent that will come in and use force to detain me and drag me out of that plane. Now, if I said, that's not okay to drag me out, would you say, yes, it is? Okay, well, I'm saying, yes, it is okay for them to detain and use force to make this woman stop interfering with federal agents. Because she is choosing and pretending to not understand that. And therefore she's like, they're totally in the wrong. And because he was wrong to push, that means Freddie was right. Freddie was right in his actions. No, he is not. None of these people are in the right.
And he's trying to help this person get up when he's attacked. Mind you, they're both pepper sprayed in the face at this point.
Uh-huh. And you see how she's accurately assessing the events up until the critical point, up until the spooking of the gun going off. She's like, oh no, I'll tell it as it is.
Came up and pepper sprayed them both. The one person was on the ground, also got pepper sprayed in the face. Doesn't really seem necessary at this point, but none of it.
Okay, so Jacyln just doesn't believe in police or ICE or no one has authority to do anything, and she's just in La La Land with this shit.
Does. Then he is removed from helping this person up, pinned to the ground. His weapon is
okay, well, you mentioned he's resisting?
Removed from him, which you can see in other videos. There's a lot
Yeah, it's removed and then it fires, spooking everyone. Will you mention it this time?
of different angles coming out right now. And then he is...
And then what? This is the critical part, Jacyln. And then what happens?
shot.
Ah, okay, she didn't mention it. Right. Didn't mention it.
People, the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly. What the fuck did you just do? Oh my god, oh my god.
So it's really fascinating. It actually almost makes me want to reach out to someone to have a conversation about this, just to see what someone would say. Because they're going to run these talking points and ghost it's literally the only important part of the story is, was the officer justified after having heard a shot fired? The shot did not come from ICE. They did not shoot first. The shot came from this dude's gun. Okay. You can ask the question, did that officer see that he was disarmed? Did he clock that? Did he register it? Did he assume the guy had another weapon? What do you think the officer thought that was, that shot? And I've made this point in other videos, but it's a really good point. He is probably thinking, A, it's Freddie doing the shooting, because the guy's resisting arrest and he had a gun, and it was his gun that made the shot. So it's not a stretch to think that Freddie took the shot. Or he thinks it's an ICE agent shooting Freddie. I mean, what other options are there? Do you think this guy thought, oh, the gun was removed by my fellow ICE agent and then it went off accidentally? He clearly didn't assume that. That is a wild thing to assume. So then, what is the third option? Oh, that gunshot? That's probably one of my ICE agents killing another one of my ICE agents for no reason, for a personal beef they had. So his two assumptions are, I just heard a gunshot in the context of there's a guy resisting arrest who is armed. In situation A, it's Preddy taking a shot, so I should kill him. In situation B, it's a fellow ICE agent of mine taking a shot, so I should help my fellow ICE agent take out what he has determined to be a lethal threat. Now, there's probably some legal precedent on that in terms of if you're a cop and your partner shoots, does that qualify you? Is that a reason for you to assume that you should shoot at whoever your partner was shooting at? I mean, there's probably a lot of literature on that. But it's reasonable, just on its face, it's a reasonable assumption. So it's just interesting that these leftists don't have the capacity or the integrity to deal with the actual question at hand. To the point of they don't even bring it up. They just don't even mention it. Like, they'll do it with Renee Good. They'll just won't mention that she drove her car through a guy. And with Renee Good, even if some of them half-heartedly acknowledge that she hit him with a car, they'll say some other bullshit like, oh, she was trying to go home, so that sort of makes it not count. Or after she hit him with the car and he got glanced to the side, he took another shot. So I still get to have my conclusion anyway. So it's just like, it's such an interesting component because it speaks to character. The people on the left don't possess the character to be honest. So it's not even an honest discussion. And they're lying. They're lying through their teeth about the guy was just dragged off the sidewalk and killed. Or the horse just started running around Central Park for no reason. I mean, it's just like, we're not even having an argument. It's more like a sane person trying to force feed sanity into an insane person. We can't even get to the starting point of having an argument at all because they won't acknowledge reality.
I can't believe I'm seeing this. I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Oh God, trauma.
I counted 11 shots, but I don't want to keep replaying it over and over again. He was already pepper sprayed in the face, which means he couldn't see, he couldn't breathe properly, but it still took 6 or 7 thugs to put...
They're not thugs, and it's not 6 or 7. The thing with a body is like, there's only 2 guys trying to apprehend right here. A third and fourth are like hitting and trying to... It's difficult, okay? There's limbs flying. This is reason to not resist arrest. So again, total pass to Preddy here for resisting. And also just a weird side quest to insult these officers. It's hard to get someone down. It's difficult to do. You couldn't do this, Jacyln. So please let the men do some work.
Push him down to the ground, remove his weapon, and then once he was disarmed...
Wait, again, this is the critical part. The gun is literally right there. This guy's not trying to squeeze a round off. Once he was disarmed, watch this time warp. Watch this.
They felt the need...
She just saw it. They felt, and look at this, here's the time warp. They felt the need to shoot him to death. She's saying that literally as this gun is misfiring. It's as if she's, like, this is gaslighting. Jacyln, this gun fired, and this agent was like, oh shit, Preddy just shot. Now, can you grapple with that as the reality of the situation? Because that is what happened. So they are returning fire. In his mind, he is returning fire. Jacyln, who do you think, or get inside the mind of the guy who shot Preddy. Ask him, ask yourself, who do you think he thinks took that shot? So I cannot comprehend why she does not address what she is showing on her screen. The point of this angle, Jacyln, is that you can see clearly there's a muzzle flash. This gun fired, and you cannot contend with a single part of the fallout of that.
To shoot him to death?
Yeah, right. And then she adds like a question mark. Wait, so you took his gun and then you shoot him to death? Wait, you walk up to a horse in Central Park and then the horse starts running? I don't, what? The horse started running and it ran into a hot dog stand and hit a bunch of tourists? Wait, just, you walk up, let me get this right. You walk up to a horse at Central Park, it's attached to a carriage, and then the horse starts running? Yes, Jacyln. Oh my God.
They're going to try to tell you that you didn't see what you just saw.
Jacyln, we just, go back.
7 thugs to push him down to the ground, remove his weapon, and then once
Here's what we just saw, Jacyln.
he was disarmed, they felt the need.
You just, as you're bullshitting and trying to time warp, we just saw the gun go off, which explains everything that happened after the gun going off. And then she has the nerve to say this.
To shoot him to death? They're going to try to tell you that you didn't see what you just saw.
If by they you mean you, yeah.
And how are they going to twist this? How are
The twisting is us accurately reporting what happened.
they going to continue to try to twist this? He said something crazy and aggressive, like, I'm not mad at you, dude.
She wasn't killed for saying, I'm not mad at you, dude, which she was saying sarcastically, by the way. She was definitely mad at ICE and hated every single one of those people. And she chose to accelerate her car, her SUV, through a human being because she hates white men, straight white men, to be specific. And she saw a straight white man and she said, fuck him. And she accelerated her car and she tried to kill him. Like, she was recklessly negligent with her deadly weapon, her SUV, and she ran over a human being. But it had nothing to do with her saying, I'm not mad at you, dude, at all. Again, so do you understand the pattern? It's the exact same pattern in Renee Good and this.
I'm so glad that I asked that question. How are they going to try to spin this? Because that is exactly what happened.
Uh-oh, she went through the comments. She engaged certain comments. Let's see what those comments said.
I have seen person after person after person leaving comments about how he had like a gun out that he was
He had a gun in his holster, Jacyln. No one's denying reality. You are the only one denying reality.
waving, that he approached
No one's saying he's waving a gun.
ICE agents with a weapon.
He did have a weapon, and he did approach ICE agents. Yes, that happened.
Not just holstered, drawn, which we
Show me a comment that says he drew the weapon. I mean, what kind of retarded shit are you talking about?
know from the video we have seen with our own eyes.
The one that you ignore, the only critical point of the video, that video, Jacyln?
Is not the case, but I saw so much of this that I had to make yet another video to clarify exactly what was going on. He pulled out a gun at a protest, of course.
Pulling a gun on an officer at a riot. Okay, that guy is wrong. The guy did not pull a gun out. So maybe that was done in the early stages where this dude, where Art of Bro did not understand the facts. So correct, Jacyln, that is wrong. Now be careful. As we correct people who are wrong, we might get to you and then correct you for being wrong.
Of course he's going to get shot. The officers feared for their life. I keep seeing people blatantly misrepresent what happened.
Oh my God, the accusation is an admission.
Saying that the gun was not in the holster the
No, Jacyln, you're right. Let's talk about that. Yes, it was in the holster until it was taken out of the holster and then it misfired, which you never talk about.
entire time. So I'd like to post this video here where you can clearly see him on the ground.
Look at her. She's dunking on fools.
With it away until an officer pulls it out. It was not in his hand at any point, and not until...
Well, in the confusion and the chaos, I wonder if this officer saw that the gun had been taken away. And maybe this officer who took it away might have said clear, or might have said, I have the gun. But we couldn't hear it because you freaks were blowing your whistles and yelling.
He was on the ground being beaten by 6 or 7 ICE agents. Did it
Good, yeah, justified. He was being rightfully arrested, correct.
Ever come out of the holster? That was the first time the gun was removed. You can see it with your own eyes, but yet again, here we are with them telling you that your eyes are not seeing what they're seeing.
Okay, so really good, Jacyln. We are in full agreement. The random comment you found on the internet of a guy being wrong about him pulling out the gun. He didn't pull out the gun. Totally agreed. I'm glad that we're finally having a sane conversation about this event. Continue. Let's get to the critical part.
Having a registered firearm in Minnesota is legal. You
No one said it wasn't.
want to know what's not legal? Murder.
Okay. He didn't get murdered because you are failing.
Calling him a domestic terrorist when he was just there helping people,
Oh my God. He was absolutely not there helping people. That is a monstrous lie.
filming peacefully.
He absolutely was not peaceful. You could see in the other video his temperament and what he was willing and able to do. Many crimes, more crimes. So it's not peaceful. First of all, bring a gun to what you call a protest to instigate against federal agents is absolutely not peaceful. He's not there to help. He's there to instigate and provoke. Okay, so she is wrong completely and utterly. And it's like, she just gave us a lecture about, isn't it crazy that people try to spin stuff and not tell the truth? And then she goes and says this shit.
But the masked, violent men
Men. Interesting that it's men. Interesting that that's a talking point for her. She cares about that part. Yes.
who did a public execution
That's insane. See, this is where it's like all this like cat lady mom from Tennessee bullshit. This is where like somebody idiotic enough, you could be like how old was the shooter of Charlie Kirk or Trump? Like teenager. You could be a 17-year-old Nimrod watching this and going, I know this woman's been on my computer screen for a long time. She just said it was a public execution. Holy shit. I got to Anne Frank this shit. I got to get out there and defend and fight the Nazis and fight Gestapo and fight the evil. I mean, this is incitement. This is an incitement to violence. To call something an execution is to incite violence. You are monstrously stupid. It was not a fucking execution. You are a liar. You are a moron. You know what's crazy? Like, I speak with a degree of confidence and certainty. Do you know why? It's not just because it's not a front. Let me explain that to you. I'm not putting that on. You are authentically hearing someone confident. Why? Because I know I'm right. I know I'm right on this. I know I'm right on everything I say. But like, I am very sure of that. And you hear it in my tone, in my choice of words, in how I present myself and my thoughts and my arguments. I am very right about something very important. And that is the certain cross-section. That is the perfect storm that you witness when I make videos. Okay, so she is 1,000,000% wrong to call this a public execution, and there are ramifications to her having done so. So this is the apex event of her stupid, analysis of this, is that someone else will go out and commit violence against cops or ICE. That's what they want. That's what they're hinting at. That's the culmination of all of their lies, is to get that outcome, because it provides them with the new meaning and new purpose. Oh, good. Now we have riots in the streets. Now we have the National Guard. Oh, now they're the stormtroopers. They're the Nazis. And thus it continues. So it is a self-fulfilling prophecy where their stupidity leads to violence.
in the street. They're not the terrorist?
No, Jacyln. They're not they're cops defending themselves from a guy who brought a gun to antagonize cops. Look at her. Look at her. I mean, it's Dunning-Kruger. She has no idea how dumb she is. None.
Republicans, at some point, you have got to leave the party that told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears.
And then it comes back to politics, where we have to pretend like, Jacyln, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a MAGA guy. This has nothing to do with presidential politics or the binary fucked up political system of America. I mean, it's Jesus Christ. But for her to even mention this and put it in this way, it's like, holy shit.
Their final and most essential command. Mm-hmm. Walk away. It's not...
What? Oh, you want us to walk away from the Republicans?
Too late.
Jacylyn's changing history. She just shifted the tide. Congratulations, Democrats. You're about to win in 2028 because Jacyln told you to walk away from it.
Stand up against this. At some point, you gotta say that this shit's wrong.
Oh, God, Jacyln, you know what's wrong? You not doing a video about the black guy who ran over an elderly Asian man and got off for it. Or not doing a video on Irina Zaritska, who you probably should care about. I mean, she is an innocent woman, but I guess the dynamics, the racial, it wasn't what you wanted, so you just avoided it. You get things wrong all the time. What's wrong is illegal immigrants in our country. That's wrong. What's wrong is interfering with ICE agents. That's wrong. All the crimes that the illegal immigrants are doing, that's also wrong. And you lying about what happened in this case, that's wrong too. But okay, forget it. The big point is Jacyln, she cares about right. She's right on things, and she doesn't want to be wrong on things. Aha.
Where are my Second Amendment don't tread on me Republican friends at?
Oh, and there's another talking point, which I've just done multiple videos on, which is, Jacyln, you're against the Second Amendment, and you're not a huge gun person. So there's no hypocrisy. And again, I am the silver bullet, and I am the kryptonite, because you're talking to someone who's completely against guns. And there's zero hypocrisy for me. I don't think he should have brought a gun. I don't think citizens should just have guns without the way in which any random just person can get a gun in our country. It's so ridiculous. But they wedge in this talking point. Jacyln, you're against guns. You should be agreeing with any hypocritical Republican who is now against guns.
I guess it just depends on who the gun owner is.
Oh, right. Totally.
Huh? You wouldn't want to give the same rights to like a liberal. You can take their guns, not ours. But
such ridiculous. So she's trying to point out a hypocrisy in others. She exposes the hypocrisy in herself. Jacyln, you don't like guns. Why don't you mention it's not smart to bring a gun to a protest? And that wasn't even a protest.
I'm going to take a step back from my anger. I'm going to try. It's very hard not to be angry at what's going on.
I feel like she has like too many teeth in her teeth. She's kind of like the lead singer of Queen.
Hard to know that someone voted for this, to know that someone voted for Trump, is to feel like there is a certain responsibility on that person, and there is.
So once again, the issue has nothing to do with Trump. And for her to talk about Trump right now is for her to expose the fact that she really doesn't care about the details of this event. She wants to get to her larger point, which she is doing now, which is we got to get Trump out. Now, he is a lame duck president, so he is going out, but she still just wants to rail against Trump and pretend like Trump is the guy that pulled the trigger on this. Like, what? It's such a stretch.
For everything that's happening right now. But I want to make something very clear. As I said in this video, it's not too late to stand up against this. At some point, you have to say that this shit is wrong.
What's wrong? What are you talking about?
And some conservatives are starting to do that. And I applaud you. But I have seen some posts on Instagram, yes, I know Instagram again, of people talking about how they're leaving MAGA, about how they just can't justify it anymore, and they're slowly backing away from something that they had wrapped so much of their own identity in. And I get that. I resonate with that. As someone who's deconverted from Christianity and I was deep in it, it's difficult. It's difficult to admit, A, you were wrong. B, you probably said shit to people that you shouldn't have.
Jacyln, you're in the middle of being wrong. And it's so difficult for you to admit that you're wrong now that you don't. You simply don't admit you're wrong. So have you even changed at all? And this is why I'm a true blood atheist. I'm not some convert. I'm not some guy who's like, oh, I figured it out. And I don't deserve a prize for that. But look, Jacyln, you're not any different. You are the same person that was conned and was gullible and was tribal, and your tribe happened to be Christianity. Now your tribe is leftism. It's the same thing. You are the same person, and you are continuing to be wrong.
Said, and C, you may or may not have done things, voting for example, that later down the line manifested in a way that you no longer support. As much frustration as I feel, and I feel like it's valid frustration for people to have with those who voted the way that they did, I think we all need to take a step back and be more welcoming to people who are realizing that they were wrong, or that they...
Ah, God, how benevolent. So Jacyln is getting those independents and getting those conservatives, because, she's from the South, and she's surrounded by, like, Hicks and shit. She's in Nashville. So, you're offering us an olive branch. So we have to disregard the fact that you're a heinous liar about this event, and you're morally, legally, and just like in every way wrong about how you've analyzed this, but now I'm supposed to abandon the party? Okay.
No longer align with those values. Because the comments I was seeing to these people who were saying they were leaving MAGA, a lot of them were extremely unsupportive, and I so understand the rage, right? I understand the frustration, but we can't do this, fam. We have got to understand that
I got douche chills when she said fam. Just want to let you know.
It takes something for someone to admit they were wrong and to want to make a change. And we need people on our team right now. Yeah. We need people.
We got to get those midterms, guys.
We need everyone to be on the team of us that think executing Americans in the
oh my God
street is wrong.
Okay, so Jacyln, it's just it's so brilliant. Jacyln, I agree with you in principle that executing Americans in the street is wrong. All right, we're on the same side. I agree. He was not executed. And I refuse to concede that point. It is a mind-blowing thing to say. I mean, it's so backwards. It is so crazy. Guys, and they say it so effortlessly. Like, that was just crazy the way you just wrapped that up. And they do it with other things too. You know, like they'll jump to, you're a racist. Why? Because you said something and you mentioned a black person. Oh, okay. Or that was rape. What? It wasn't rape. You just regretted going and having sex with a guy. Yeah, but it's rapey. It's rape adjacent. So they are willing and able to use words like Brock Turner. They called Brock Turner a rapist. If you look into the case of Brock Turner, he didn't rape anybody. Didn't even come close. First of all, he didn't even have sex. But like, that dude gets called a rapist. So the same ramp up and the same insanity of calling Brock Turner a rapist is like calling what happened to Freddie an execution. It's like, it's not even hard to decipher this, people. Like, this is easy to break down. The problem is they don't care. Like, that's the other point. Like, I'm talking to her. I'm freeze framing Jacyln. I actually talked to her in real life once on the phone. But she does not care whether or not she's right or wrong on this. She's happy with how she feels about it. And her feeling about it, she feels like it was an execution. Execution is a bad word. I saw a guy die. I don't like when people die. I'm a woman. I'm scared. I'll call the death thing an execution because I'll merge the two together and then it's bad. It's bad stuff. You're an executioner. Okay. She's just, it's illogical. It makes no sense. There's no justifying it. But like, the bottom line is she has no desire to be corrected because she doesn't care about what's real or what's not real.
I want everyone to join that team, and I want everyone to feel safe putting down their guard and stepping over the line into a new group of people, because I know it's hard. And
I like how she's like directing traffic like she's a tribe leader. There's a new movie coming out, Lord of the Flies. They're doing a remake of it, I think on like BBC, I want to say. And they had tribes there too. And it's Ralph and it's, who was the other guy? And they are, being tribal and like caring about having a group of people. This is a female thing. So like, I'm more of a lone wolf and I don't give a fuck what you people think. Like, I'm not here to, every time I go to my chat, there's some bullshit, hecklers and like people are like, yeah, you're wrong, fuck you, this and that. I don't give a fuck. I'm literally a tribe of one. Okay, it's like herding cats here. Like the things I say prevent me from being in these tribes. So in other words, let me ask you this. I'm not going to get invited to Jacyln's party and I'm not going to be getting likes in her hug box because I care about what is right and wrong more than being a part of Jacyln's group. Now, point blank, I'm not kidding. They care more about being in a group and being loved and being liked and being popular than ascertaining whether or not there was a murder or an execution or lying about an event or like truth and reality. They have no integrity or honor whatsoever. And they simply don't care. And what matters to them is social clout and like, how can I benefit? Well, me as a woman, I like being liked by people. So if I get likes, then good. That's good. I'm wrong about something. I don't know. Morally, I'm atrocious. Doesn't matter. I'm a liar. Doesn't matter.
as mad as we may be, and if you're someone who is making that step, congratulations. You're probably going to meet some people who are angry. That comes with the territory, but there are so many more of us that are going to welcome you, accept you, and thank you for being open-minded and making this change, because we need every single one of us on this.
What a crazy notion, too. The idea that, let's say you're a Republican and you're a Trump guy and you see this incident and you go, yeah, I think that cop shot and he shouldn't have shot. I think it's a murder. So I'll wait for the investigation and the trial. But like, I'm of the mindset that it's a murder. Oh, I know what that means. I should abandon all my political ambitions or all my political stances now mean nothing. And the reasons I voted for Trump are now null and void. And I'm, boom, all of a sudden I'm a Democrat. So you could see them attempting to propagandize this death of some agitator in the street. His gun goes off, tragic, people are spooked, it's chaotic, he was resisting arrest, it's all a mess. And all of a sudden, you're trying to poof Republicans into Democrats because of that? It doesn't even make sense. It's a total non sequitur. But like Jacylyn's trying to will it into being because she's trying to harness it, leverage it, Jacylyn. Get in there and make it all about you.
This side of history. Now, where I think you can place your anger is with the government continuing to do this, and with the people who, despite seeing the government continuing to do this, stay on the side of MAGA blindly, support the execution of Americans.
It's just theater. And you see how you keep saying the word execution? Each time, it's like, it's amazing. But she's trying to just like, no, it's part of the canon. He was executed. It's as if she has no idea what the definition of execution is, or the implications of her saying that people are being executed. Like, it's a completely crazy thing to have said. And it leads to violence. That is an incitement to violence. Her stupidity has been weaponized.
Because shouldn't have had a gun, even though they're the ones
See this? He shouldn't have had a gun, right?
who fought for people to have guns.
Okay, Jacylyn, it's not the point. I don't think people should have guns. And I'm saying he shouldn't have had a gun. Okay, so I'm not a hypocrite, so now what? Now what are we going to say?
Mad at them. Be mad at the people who are unwilling to rethink and who can see videos with their own eyes.
Wow, she really is a deplorable fuck, is she not? Wow.
And still say, well, he's a domestic terrorist.
No one's, Jacylyn, he's not, he's just a cunt, provocateur, agitator, instigator who brought a gun to instigate with federal agents and died. And I said the other day, I said, Alex Preddy is to ICE agents what Steve Irwin is to stingrays. And if I said, did a stingray execute Steve Irwin? Yes or no? Please fill in the blanks of my logic here. If you don't agree that a stingray executed Steve Irwin, you say, no, well, a stingray killed Steve Irwin, but Steve Irwin was antagonizing and inciting. Like he was there. He technically shouldn't have been there. And the stingray was probably fearful that his life was in danger. The stingray might have acted in self-defense. No, I'm saying the stingray executed Steve Irwin. Yeah, no, I don't think that's an accurate assessment of that situation. And Steve Irwin played a part in that, and I would never in a million years call it an execution. But you are doing that. You're doing that, something as ludicrous as that you're doing with this case. And now she's just like past the point of trying to explain that or rationalize that. It was never rationalized. And now she's just saying it's an execution.
Those are the people we need to be mad at. We can all be mad collectively at those people.
And that's what's fun. That's the sales pitch, by the way, for her cocktail party. Come join my team and get in my comments in my Instagram because we can all be mad at those people. Like, this will give us meaning. This will animate our lives. To be mad is a good thing. Being mad is better than being sad. When you talk about this, getting over depression, you go through lethargy, resignation, sadness. Being mad is like an animating force. Fuck, being mad is closer to being happy than being sad. So like, let's get animated and let's get meaningful and let's go get mad at those dudes, men, white men.
And let me tell you, are there a lot of those people?
Okay, probably shouldn't have been impeding law enforcement. Correct. God, Jacylyn's looking haggard here, but okay. What's wrong with that?
Probably shouldn't have been impeding law enforcement.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, Steve Irwin probably shouldn't have been fucking with that stingray.
He's Jewish.
Yeah?
Color me surprised.
That's the same guy. Uh-huh. So all of a sudden you're against anti-Semitism? Jacylyn, you did videos glazing Hamas supporters. You're completely on the side of the Free Palestine anti-Semitic fucks. Do not even bring in Judaism or anti-Semitism. Motherfuck, you own Palestinian flags.
Look at me and tell me that big-ass nose and features aren't Jewish.
Jacylyn, you look Jewish. He clearly is Jewish, but are you now just... You're angry at what? The fact that Jews have big noses?
IDF soldier down.
Okay. Jacylyn, you hate the IDF and you hate Israel. So please do not even posture that you're on the side of the Jews or Israel.
Why are nurses so angry and violent? So
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is the VA is hiring.
Okay, so a guy making light of it and using humor. People use humor on the internet a lot.
Only good commie is a dead commie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's literally being a wine mom, going through comments and just like, oh, well, that was insensitive. Okay, right, Jacyln. And do you think we can go through left-wing comment sections and find insensitive comments about ICE agents or any right-winger or Charlie Kirk or anything like that?
You can hang this one on.
In other words, you're not better than us. Okay, you're not better.
The governor of Minnesota and the mayor. They do nothing to calm the crowds.
Good point.
Maybe if people stayed home.
They actually instigate people. The mayor and the governor are actually inciting people to go out there and join people like Brady.
Let ICE do their job. A good percentage of Americans voted for closing our borders and deporting illegal criminals. This person would be alive. Enough of all this political BS. I guess he should have stayed home. Resistance with a gun in your possession can have consequences.
That's incredibly smart and totally true. And notice that Jacyln just reads it and then doesn't say anything. He just sort of makes his point, which is a good point.
Just fuck around and find out. Leave the agents alone.
Another really good point. And there is no comeback from her because she has no comeback.
Them being upset when Minnesota is open carry, and that's...
Jacyln, you cannot resist arrest and commit crimes with a gun and pretend that you owning a gun is now not going to compound the situation into being one where lethality might be coming about. Like, you might die. So there's two things: owning a gun, committing crimes, and resisting arrest. There are three things, actually. If you own a gun by itself, that's not a big deal. If you resist arrest by itself, it's not great, but it's not a huge deal. If you commit a crime, it's a smaller crime. It's not like some huge, you're not an arsonist, you're not a murderer, but committing crimes is not a good deal. Each one of those things, not great. Together, let's compound it. You commit a crime, then you resist arrest. That's bad. Usually resisting arrest implies that you committed a crime, so they're kind of one and the same. If you resist arrest, commit a crime, resist arrest, and you have a gun, that makes it 1,000 times worse. So the sum is greater than the sum of its parts, or whatever. I butchered it. But
what they fight for on the right is incredible. The hypocrisy is next level.
Oh, God. Accusation admission, go ahead.
All of this on a post, by the way, where someone shared his image and said terrorist has been identified as Department of Veterans Affairs ICU nurse, 37-year-old Alex Preddy. Terrorist.
Jacyln, you called what happened to him an execution. Okay, that is far more egregious than calling this guy a terrorist. He brought a gun to be antagonistic and in conflict with federal agents and commit crime for political reasons. So that is far more in line with the definition of terrorism than you calling what happened to him an execution.
I got this comment on my last video. You don't bring a gun to a protest.
Thank you, and it wasn't a protest.
Period. You bring a fucking sign. You stand on the sidewalk and you protest.
Correct. And that's not what he was doing, and so that's why he didn't bring a sign, because he was not there to protest.
And that's all the fuck you do.
Correct.
They fight for the second...
She had nothing to say. Oh, she's going into the Second Amendment bullshit, right? So you have no idea what that guy's stance is on the Second Amendment, Jacyln. And you are not combating what he said, which is do not bring guns to a protest. You have literally nothing to say to that point.
Second Amendment.
And by the way, Jacyln, you are not in favor of the Second Amendment. Neither am I. Neither is anyone on the left. And it's a very normal thing to say, don't bring guns to a protest. Why can't you get behind it? Oh, that's right. Because then you'd have to criticize Preddy. And you'd have to hold him accountable for what he chose to do, which is to bring a gun to a protest. By the way, this should be easy for you because you criticized Rittenhouse for bringing a gun to a protest. So why not extend that thought? Why not be remotely consistent?
In some states, you're allowed to conceal carry. In some states, you're allowed to open carry. Personally, this is something that I vote against. I'm not a fan of guns.
Oh, interesting. So she is recognizing that that's a good thing. Right. I'm not a fan of guns either, Jacyln. So why don't you say, correct, Preddy, don't bring your goddamn gun to a protest, especially not if it's a defective gun that's going to go off, something you have never addressed.
But the right wing wants people to be able to have guns.
Well, no.
Can't take our guns because, God forbid, a tyrannical government come along. But the moment someone just has a gun on them,
right, doing nothing,
not using it,
right, not using it, right, but they were resisting arrest,
just having it in and of itself,
Right? What about it?
Well, you should have known better, dude. Fuck.
No, it's not that he had a gun. It's that he's committing crimes and resisting arrest with a gun. And that's where you get fuck around to find out. So you just totally lied about your, well, I mean, it's a straw man, obviously, but.
Fuck around and find out, right? Rules for thee and not for me.
God, the smug, faux moral superiority. Just incredible. Wow.
Let's see. Dawn Zink. Let's just go see. Oh, fantastic. Well, your
Oh my God.
Facebook cover profile photo says it all.
Hey, Jacyln, well, just as a thought experiment, I'm not a Trump guy. I've made many videos against Trump. He's done a few things that have been good, and I acknowledge that because I'm consistent, and I'm just not against him for the sake of being against him. When he does something good, he does something good. I'm not a religious guy. Called atheism is unstoppable. Okay, that's goofy as fuck. So I'm not MAGA, not Trump, not in favor of the Second Amendment, not in favor of guns, not religious. Now what? Now, and I'm telling you, you're wrong, monstrous, immoral, insane, hysterical, avoiding the only critical thing of this story. You're lying. It's insane that you call it an execution. I mean, so now what, Jacyln? How, like, address the points
I'm so
instead of the stupid ad hominem shit.
tired. I'm so tired of people. Like, you will inevitably learn your lesson the hard way.
Huh?
There's no positive outcome to all of this. It will come get you, and
What are you talking about?
you'll deserve it.
What? What kind of a weird threat was that?
You will deserve it, because you cannot cultivate an environment like this
Huh?
that does not eventually affect you. Once
Wait. Oh, they're coming for us too. Okay.
they run out of all the black and brown people that they
And she again talking too much, exposing the fact that for her it's a white guilt thing, and it's like black and brown people. By the way, Freddie was white passing Jew, and Renee Good is white. So what's this brown? What do brown and black people have to do with anything? If anything, shouldn't we, us white supremacists, be concerned that two of our own, Freddie and Good, they're white as can be?
can discriminate against, all the women that they can suppress.
What? And again, there's the sexist part. So she's worried about racism and sexism. She hates white men. It's all about fucking hating white men. The women are in danger now, Jacyln? What?
Once they run out, you're next. You
Us white men, white male conservatives, they're going to come for us too, Jacyln? No, they're not, because we're not going to provoke and interfere with federal agents and come carrying guns. We're not going to do that.
You cannot be such a pick-me to a government like this that they never come for you.
A pick-me. Wow, she's using the sort of red pill community talk. Says the pick-me herself.
They're going to come for you. It's going to happen.
Oh.
Don't be stupid.
Oh my God, go against the government, guys.
And even if you could selfishly remove yourself from that scenario, and I don't know, care that it is happening to other people.
Empathy alert. We have an empathetic woman here. People have fed off her breast milk. Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Didn't we all love Jesus? Aren't you
No, I don't. He didn't exist. Fuck Jesus.
guys the Jesus people? I'd like
No. Literally, I'm atheism's unstoppable. Calling you out for the ridiculous, hideous monster that you are.
to end this rant with
You're not ending it. There's another 15 minutes. End it. Go ahead.
talking about Charlie Kirk. I know
What about him? Okay, fellow Eagle Scout, 6'3". Go ahead.
what you're going to say. Please don't talk about Charlie Kirk right now. It's not.
Why bring him up? Why? Because people on the left made fun of his death? Is that why? Or how could you possibly? Oh, you're going to tie in the guns, right? Charlie Kirk was in favor of the Second Amendment, but he got killed by a gun. Make it make sense.
Relevant. I think it is relevant. I'm seeing a lot of comments like this.
So stupid.
Your side celebrated Charlie Kirk being horrifically murdered.
True, factual.
We couldn't give a fuck what you say or think about us anymore. Your
What are you going to say to that?
side, okay. Well, there were bad actors. I'm not going to sit here and pretend there weren't bad
Oh, actors. Okay, so it's a true statement. Correct.
actors, but the overwhelming majority of people that I saw, almost every content creator called out how it was wrong. But the
Thank you. Thank you for calling the public assassination of a guy wrong. That's huge of you guys. Where would we be without you? Wow. It's not the vast majority at all. It's millions and millions of leftists were celebratory about Charlie Kirk, like an alarmingly significant amount of you.
the majority of comments that
And also Luigi, by the way, Luigi as well, and the assassination of Trump. And people are actively currently calling for the assassination of Trump. And you are calling for what you did by calling that an execution is an open call to be violent to ICE. So just like countless agents out there, you want to declare war on all of them. So you're no better than them, Jacyln. You are the bad actor.
people were calling celebratory were just saying that they weren't sad. Right?
No, they were literally tap dancing and joyful. Go to TikTok, go anywhere, Instagram. They made songs celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. What are you fucking talking about?
Right? I get it, but in and of myself, I don't relate to that because I cried.
Because you're a great person.
When
I cried.
this happened, as a raging liberal, I made video after video about how I was disgusted about how this happened.
Oh my God. Guys, let me pause, and I don't know if you're aware of my greatness, my personal greatness. I watched a documentary on Netflix called Don't Fuck with Cats, and in it, a guy named Luca Magnotta, he killed 2 kittens. He killed multiple cats, but in one video, I saw him kill 2 kittens. He put them in a vacuum seal thing, and he suffocated them to death. He did that on video. And I almost cried, but my point is, I felt bad, and I was upset by it. Okay, so I don't know who you are. You're hearing my voice. I want you to know something about me. This is personal. I'm against the killing of cats. Especially kittens. I also am against killing a cat. If you killed a regular cat, just some house cat, could be old. I'm against that too. Are you aware? Are you keeping track? Are you keeping score? Do you have a gold star to give me? Jacyln Glenn is out here telling us that she felt bad that a guy was sniped for no reason. Totally innocent guy, father, husband, was killed in his late 20s by some fucking assassin. And Jacyln's like, I'm against it. Give me points. I deserve credit. I think it's worthy for me to pause everybody's lives and tell you that I'm against public executions and assassinations. Jacyln, you are a worthless bitch. You are a worthless fucking bitch.
Wrong. When it initially happened, I was in tears making a video crying. And when
I made a video crying and posted it. Fucking hell. Guys, let me reference back to the roadkill outside of my apartment. In the street, there's literally a flattened squirrel. I'm going to go out there, film it, and then turn the camera to my face, show my tears for the downed squirrel. We got a squirrel down here, people. And I want you to know that I felt something for that squirrel so that I can milk this and harness, leverage the fact that that squirrel died for personal benefit. She filmed herself crying.
I did see shitty comments from people, I made an entire YouTube video dedicated to why that's wrong, because I'm
I'm what? I'm better than them. I'm against public assassination.
not above calling out my side.
Oh my God. Then do it, Jacyln. Try doing it and try having like 2 less teeth in your front. What do you call that even? Mandible? Look at that. 1, 2. I count 1, 2. There's 1, 2. There's one tucked back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like literally any of these teeth could be her 2 front teeth. All I want for Christmas is my 4 front teeth, my 4 front teeth, my 4 front teeth. Devin, how dare you do that when you're not on camera? You're ugly. Fuck you. Eat my ass.
When they do fucked up shit. Sir, how about you? How about you? If you don't think it's right to celebrate when
Enough with the air quotes, you hideous bitch.
someone dies, why the fuck are you doing it? Why are so many of you doing it? This
Who's celebrating? Who's celebrating?
feels like such an elementary juvenile way of thinking. I saw
Don't bring the Jews into this.
some people being shitty, so that gives me a blank check to be shitty all the time. I'm going to have standards for other people that I have no intention of upholding for myself.
Oh, Jacyln is so consistent. She's just amazingly rock solid consistent on everything.
Some of the replies said, so instead of rising above, you choose to stoop to a lower level. And then I replied, I said, most people were horrified, not celebrating. Every creator I know condemned it. I posted several videos making my stance very clear, and that same energy is not...
Can you imagine thinking that you deserve credit for condemning the execution, the actual execution of Charlie Kirk? I condemned it? How quiet of a golf clap should I give you for that? I condemned the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So I did my part. I condemn that. Thanks.
Not being returned. We all have to be better. ICE is unhinged right now. They are not following protocol. They are not acting ethically, and they are absolutely using excessive and unnecessary force, poor judgment, probably as a result of zero qualifications needed to enter. It doesn't matter if you show people a video of someone being dragged out into the street.
Oh, we're going back to the recap. Drug out into the street and shot for no reason? Is that what it is?
Who is disarmed.
Disarmed? Does the guy know he's disarmed?
Getting shot multiple.
You left it out again. You did the thing again. You did it again, didn't you? Wow. You know, these people have another option. They could just not talk. Like, you could just be like a stupid mom. Like, just be a little, go back to your IRL. Like, you don't have to publicly talk. If you have nothing smart to say or helpful or of value, like, why talk? Why make up what happened here? Dragged out into the street, disarmed, shot. Why, like, who is fooled by that? Like, clearly this case is not for you because you have to lie constantly to make your point. Why not find a case where you don't have to lie? There are cases out there. Like, why lie in general? Why are you lying?
Times. It doesn't matter. They're going to say something to make something up to justify their side because, God forbid, they're wrong.
And what you just made up was omitting the fact of the case that makes it a self-defense case. Or at least an arguable one. I mean, it doesn't even mean that the guy is off the hook. Neither shooter. Like, you need to go into it, but for you to lie about this is it's comical. It's super ridiculous. I would be so embarrassed. If I put out something like this. And it's like, Devin, you're avoiding literally the one moral component of the story that matters at all.
I'm gonna dig my heels in even further because MAGA is who I am to my core. It's my identity. I can't do it.
And accusation is the admission. For them, their noble leftism is their core. That is their personality. That is their identity. Above all things, she needs you to know that she's a good person, that she has good values, that she cares, that she has empathy. She cried when Charlie Kirk was shot. So that's her purpose for these videos, is to illustrate that, because she wants to garner support and likes and increase her tribe. Like, for a woman, this is like ideal. Like, this is the greatest thing ever, to have a large number of people approve of you. There's nothing better than that.
Apart from that, I can't say anything that might agree with those damn liberals. Fucking really mature. Grow up. Be a better person. And if you want to talk about Charlie Kirk, let's end on something that he said. Never thought I would be doing this, but here we are. The Second Amendment is not for hunting.
Okay, this is going to be a stupid point. Yep.
It's not for self-protection. It's there to ensure that free people can defend themselves if, God forbid, government became tyrannical and turned against its citizens.
First of all, Charlie Kirk is not God, and I can disagree with anything he says, but this is just a bog standard Second Amendment gun rights person. Why are you reading this? You don't agree with this. Jacyln, you don't agree with that.
Sound familiar? I am.
No, I don't agree with the statement. The government is not tyrannical. Your little hand pistol is not going to beat the U.S. government. That was a retarded statement, Jacyln. You don't agree with that statement. Why did you read it? Why didn't you illustrate that you disagree with it? So dumb. So you're trying to say the Republican you're talking to is hypocritical? You just read a fucking gun nut idiot's stance on fighting tyranny with his handgun. You don't agree with that, Jacyln. And yet you just presented it as if you do agree with it. And then you called them a hypocrite.
So frustrated, I'm so disgusted, and I am in shock at how this keeps getting worse.
Oh my God. Renee Good was one, but this is two. There's two things that have happened. Imagine three. What if three happened? Hey, someone go make three happen. I would hate to have three. I would post short form content about it. I'd cut to a video of me crying about it. I'd tell you to be better, be more like me. Oh, I have all sorts of plans for when number 3 comes out.
And I know it's not over, and that terrifies me. But I want to thank all of you. I've seen a lot of you using your voice. I've seen a lot of people lately sharing the videos that I've been posting on Instagram.
It's all about you. Get those clicks, get those likes.
And I know that's hard. I know it's hard to be politically active, to share content.
You know what? I just realized, what if I wanted to be a YouTuber again and like have an audience and be popular? What if, holy shit, this is dawning on me right now. I should say things that people like. Oh, fuck. I never even thought of it this way. I should say things that make people feel good about themselves and their lives. Wow. If that's the starting point, fuck, I wouldn't make any of the videos I'm making. That's not my starting point in the reason I make a single video. Not once have I given a single fuck about you and whether or not you like what I'm about to say. This is not about you. This is me. This is my own personal therapy. This is me and my creative process. This is me expressing myself for myself. But Devin, that's why you have no audience. That's why you're hated. That's why you're banned. That's why you're censored. That's why you're vilified. Why not say shit that people like? So I just suck on your finger, no homo, hold it in the air, figure out what people like, and then say that. And it don't matter. You could lie, you could distort, you could be immoral. It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck about that? Just say what they like and go with where the likes are, right? Women, it's a good thing, right, women? Because women, we can't defend ourselves from the monsters and the bears and the tigers. We can't do it. We can't hunt. You hunt. We are sitting here feeding our children with our breast milk, and we are gathering berries, and we're cooking. But we need protection. And to get protection, it takes a village. We need the village. So we need to be popular. We need to be liked. So you guys need to like me, and that is my primary Darwinistic ambition, is to be liked. So everything I say is going through the filter of please like me. When Sally Fields won Best Oscar, she got on the mic and said, "You like me, you really like me." Not, "You like my character," not, "I'm a good actress," not, "Thank you to the director and thank you to the Academy." "You like me" was her takeaway from winning an Oscar. All right, and to that, I acknowledge that there is a difference here. I don't care if you like me. You can suck my balls. What matters to me is the truth and reality and morality. That matters to me. Not whether I get invited to your little cookout is of total insignificance to me.
That might make some people mad, people in your family, people that you love, people that might
like your grandfather who dropped the N-bomb?
Be upset with you. But we all have to be using our voice right now. I see a lot of focus on creators. Well, if you're a creator and you haven't spoken out, you got to use your platform. And as much as I may agree,
Jacyln, you didn't use your platform on any relevant story that doesn't involve hating on a white male. Like, you just don't care about those stories.
Agree with that. It's all of us. It's every single person. I don't care if you have a lot of followers or not. Every single person I'm going to hold to the same standard.
Oh my God, she's calling people out. It's a movement. We're a part of a movement. We're part of the rebellion. She looks like she's from the future. This is kind of sci-fi. She's making the shit up. This is Star Wars fanfic. There's an empire. It's the New Order. It's, what's that dude's name? Adam Driver played that character. Yeah, it's Han Solo's son, but he's like kind of the new Darth Vader, and it's like there's new bad guys. And join, we got to fight these people, guys. It's going to happen again. What's the name of this video? The name of the video is It Won't Be the Last Time. Exactly, we need a sequel. You know why? Let me ask you, do you know why George Lucas and Star Wars and those guys made Lucasfilm? Why they made a sequel? Because they wanted more money. That's why. Because you know why they made the first one? Because they wanted money and glory. And they made the second one because they wanted more glory and more money. So that's why they're about to self-fulfill the prophecy of having another incident with ICE. They will provoke again. They will get another incident, and it will be the third movie. It'll be Return of the Jedi. And Jacyln will swoop in and lie about the whole fucking thing and film herself crying and garner support. And oh my God, let's monetize my empathy. Yeah.
All matter. Even you conservatives.
I love how she thinks there's a single conservative watching her. Like, what the fuck? Jacyln, what conservative stumbled onto your YouTube channel and is like, oh, what's this fake-titted, purple-haired woman talking about?
We're starting to step over that line. Even if you stay conservative, but disagree with the things that are currently going on.
Oh, like being against public executions that never happened? Oh, yeah.
Respect. Let's just please exit this late 1930s era we're going through right now.
1930s? She referenced the specter of the Nazi party. She's not talking about 1930s America right there. We just transported in time to Germany, and we are against Nazis. Jacyln, holy shit. You're like if Anne Frank had a webcam. I just realized that. Isn't your last name Frank? Jacyln Glenn Frank, isn't it? Didn't you marry a guy named Frank? Hold on. I think I just stumbled into like a... Jacyln Glenn. Who did she marry? Her name is Jacyln Glenn Frank. I'm almost certain.
It's so embarrassing as a country. I remember growing up learning about the Holocaust.
Oh my God. He's one Jew. Holocaust was 6 million Jews. We're allowed to kill one, Jacyln. One execution of a Jew is not the Holocaust. Come on. Oh my God. She had the nerve. With a straight face, she said the Holocaust. But it's not quite the Holocaust yet. We're in the 1930s. We're ramping up to the Holocaust.
Being just horrified that could have ever been something that people did. And I always...
Right. I always wondered what it would feel like to live in that time.
Wondered, like, how could people let that...
How could you let it happen? I'm not going to let it happen. I made a video. I put the ring light on. I lit the candles. I threw up the flare gun. I'm Paul Revere. The Holocaust is coming. The Holocaust got 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. Jesus Christ. Jacyln thinks she's fucking Paul Revere. Jacyln is fighting the Nazis, but it's modern day and it's in Minnesota. Oh my God. The fucking LARP is so precious. It's outrageous, Jacyln. My God, just watch television. Go watch the TV show Traitors. It's more realistic than this. I mean, occupy your time with anything else but this. This is so fucking cringe. Holy
happened? How could people be okay with that? What would I have done?
What would I have done? I could have stopped the Holocaust if only. Give me one webcam, me and Anne Frank, man. We're going to broadcast and speak truth to power, and you Nazis are going down. What you're doing in the streets is wrong. It's wonderful, Jacyln. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you preemptively for your pre-criming of the modern day Holocaust. The American Holocaust was been prevented by Jacyln Glenn. Holy shit, the gratitude we owe this woman.
If I were in that situation, I never thought I would grow up and find out.
Oh my God, she actually thinks she's preventing a Holocaust. What in the fuck? Do you realize I was exaggerating? When she said this guy was executed, I was like, that is outrageous. It's an accidental shoot. It's a misunderstanding of a self-defensive shoot in a chaotic situation brought about by Alex Preddy. That is not an execution. She ramped up. She's like, hold my beer. Not only is this an execution, we're on the verge of a Holocaust. We're on the verge of 6 million people being eliminated systemically, in an organized fashion. Unbelievable, Jacyln. And this is a woman who supports Hamas and the Free Palestinian fucks who elected Hamas, who are a genocidal group against Jews. She married a Jew. She married into the Frank family. Unbelievable.
The whole thing is so upsetting, and I just want to thank everybody who, despite knowing the possible repercussions, you're still speaking out.
What repercussions? What are you talking about? The Gestapo taking you off to a gas chamber or what?
You're still using your voice. And I see you. Powerful. I see the people who are following me sharing my videos because I can see who shares my Instagram reels.
Awesome.
And the number of you doing that.
So you just spend nights, at night, you're scrolling through your phone going, me. Pray, who shared me? Let me go see.
That and putting yourself out there to do what's right gives me just like the smallest flicker of hope.
Crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in executions.
Humanity, because like right now it's
heavy.
It's at a low. It's
at a low. But you did a nice little Egyptian eye on your eye makeup here. You know, that was a nice touch. You got to prep. You got to always look your best. We're trying to save the world. I'm preventing a Holocaust, but girl, I'm doing it in style.
One thing I feel like I'm clinging to is just seeing people use their voice and
like you, be like you, be better like you.
Hoping. But
oh God.
Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up. Thanks you for everyone supporting me on here, on Instagram.
Oh my God, give me money. Give me money, she said.
On Patreon, if you guys want to follow me on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Jacyln. I have a lot of really fun tiers on there. And
had I been around in the 1930s, I would have prevented the Holocaust by using my voice and my platform. I am currently preventing a modern day American Holocaust. If you want to thank me for that, then please send me money.
Actually doing a
Fuck it. Why didn't I think of this? Jesus. I should just lie and just like whip you all up into a frenzy and then just say, give me money. I'll protect you from bad things.
Patreon only live stream tonight at 5 p.m. I'm Central Time, so I hope to see you guys there. And
Wait, you're streaming?
maybe we can try to cheer each other up. Or not. My last stream was sort of depressing, but it's a depressing time right now, so don't blame me too much.
It's depressing because 2 people were murdered? Technically, 50 people are murdered every day in this country. Okay, whatever. That is Jacyln Glenn, folks.
And I think sometimes you need to be able to hear from other people that are feeling the same way, because it starts to feel after a while that you're going a little crazy.
And she'll be drinking wine tonight. So, that was Jacyln Glenn. That was utterly crazy. I'm seeing a pattern. My brain is calculating. We are taking on all this information. I am psychoanalyzing leftists, women, gays, and weak white men who are held hostage by pussy. They're all in the same camp. It is a religious, culty thought thing where they repeat talking points. They exhibit character flaws of human beings. The lie of omission and the complete moral incoherence of them is stark. It is noteworthy. It is, mesmerizing to witness. I sometimes am interested in wondering if talking to somebody like this would make a difference. Then I immediately go, who gives a fuck? Like, why even waste my time with that? I will not waste my time with that. I will express myself. I will correct these people, because it's not just one person on a big platform. It's just over and over again. It's like The View is no better. Any Democratic leader, absolutely no better than this. So it's a mass movement of totally pointless people simply fabricating a new vision of reality that's simply not true. And it's been happening since the dawn of humanity, but it's just doing it now so publicly is so cringe. It's so deeply embarrassing. Jacyln Glenn, I'll keep an eye on her, because when the next event comes out, she'll rinse and repeat and do the same thing. And we can go over all of that and have fun with it. At least that's the goal. Later.